appears ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Hello, good evening, and thank you for joining us on CoreTV's Primetime News. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. In our major story, police withdraw security details attached to Speaker Aminu Tambuwal. Also in this program, President Goodluck Jonathan picks PDP nomination thumb, promises to do better if voted into office for second term. And PDP denies Abdul Jalil Tafawa Balewa nomination thumb. Outside Nigeria, Burkina Faso on the edge as protesters demand President Blaise Compaore's resignation. And now to the details. The police authorities have withdrawn all the personnel attached to Speaker of the House of Representatives Aminu Tambuwal. These, according to police spokesman Emmanuel Ojukwu, is as a result of his defection from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress. The police insist that the decision is in line with constitutional provisions and cited Section 68, subsection 1G. To back the move. Meanwhile, the office of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal, has accused the police authorities of breaching the 1999 Constitution by withdrawing the Speaker's orderlies. The Speaker's media aide, Imam, said in a statement that there was no basis for the acting Inspector General of Police, Sulaiman Abba, to assume the powers of the judiciary by citing Section 68, subsection 1G, as the basis for his action. He described the move as a brazen act of gross impunity, gross constitutional breach, and contempt of court. The statement added that the judiciary had long interpreted the Section 1G quoted and concluded through the two court cases in 2013 that there were indeed divisions and factions in the People's Democratic Party. And former FCT Minister Nasir El-Rufai says the decision to recall security details attached to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal, is an infringement on his constitutional rights. The chieftain of the All Progressives Congress accused the government and the police of impunity. He also argued that any individual or group aggrieved by the Speaker's defection to the APC should go to the court rather than resort to self-help.
Well, it's a continuation of the federal government's impunity. Right Honorable Aminu Waziri Tambuwal is still the Speaker of the House. He's entitled to all the protection that the fourth citizen of Nigeria deserves. And it is sad and unfortunate that the police has become an arm of the PDP in this battle. It is unfortunate and condemnable. And I hope that they will retrace their steps and restore his security, because if anything happens to him, we will hold President Jonathan, the Minister of Police Affairs, the Inspector General of Police, and the Nigerian Police responsible.
Still on the withdrawal of the security personnel of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the All Progressives Congress wants President Goodluck Jonathan to show better understanding of democracy by restoring the security details it insists were unlawfully withdrawn from the Speaker. The party said in a statement issued in Abuja by its National Publicity Secretary Lai Mohammed that the police decision amounts to usurping the powers of the judiciary. It argues that only the court can interpret Section 68, subsection 1G of the Constitution, which the Inspector General of Police Sulaiman Abba based its action on. The party also advised the government not to go ahead with plans to force Deputy Speaker Emeka Ihedioha to recall the lawmakers who are on recess till December the 3rd. And meanwhile, the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, Godswill Akpabio, says Aminu Tambuwal has no reason to stay a day longer in the position of Speaker of the House of Representatives after his defection. He also insists that the Speaker's movement of the All Progressives Congress would have no effect on the ruling party. Governor Akpabio spoke on the sidelines of President Jonathan's visit to the PDP Secretariat in Abuja.
The PDP never lost any Speaker of House of Representatives. The Speaker of the House of Representatives had exhibited, his seat had always been vacant and empty in all PDP activities. So I have not seen where we lost any. Have you ever seen him in any PDP function before? Have you ever seen him? So how can we say we lost? A man who has always been APC in his side, he has always been in the opposition. So I don't see, there's no single loss. He has just now formally made an announcement. And that is why we are calling on him as an honor member and a good man who knows the meaning of democracy and the meaning of the rule of law to do the reality. No, it shows that the Speaker himself knows what it means. He knows what it means. The international community is watching him and watching the opposition, whether they will advise him rightly and whether he will do the needful. I have no doubt in my mind that the Speaker of the House of Representatives, knowing the constitutional provision of decampment and defection without crisis, knows the right thing to do since he came on the platform of the PDP. This is different from governors. This one is constitutionally provided. It's part of the rule of law. So I'm happy that he knows the right thing to do. I will not urge him, but he knows the right thing to do. I will not prompt him, but he knows the right thing to do. I look forward to seeing the announcement very soon that yes, indeed, in view of the fact that I have jumped ship, I want to relinquish my position and then hand over to the party that gave me the opportunity to be a member of the House of Reps. Thank you.
You're watching CoreTV's Primetime News live from Lagos. We'll take a break now. We'll be back with more. Don't go away.
I no longer worry about deodorant stains with Nivea Invisible for black and white deodorant. No white marks on black and no yellow stains on white. My black stays black and white stays white longer. And I stay 48 hours protected. New Invisible for black and white deodorant from Nivea.
Also available, Nivea Men Invisible for black and white deodorant from Nivea Men.
There is an Ebola virus epidemic in some West African countries. The Nigerian government wants you to be aware and watch out against the spread of Ebola in your community. Help keep our country safe and watch out for severe cases of fever, headaches, diarrhea, chest and abdominal pain, sore throat, cough, red eyes and bleeding from the eyes, ears and nose, especially when these symptoms are found in persons coming into Nigeria from other West African countries. Protect yourself. Wash your hands regularly with soap and running water or use a hand sanitizer. Avoid contact with the blood, urine, feces or saliva of animals like bats, monkeys, gorillas, chimpanzees or infected persons. The Ebola virus is deadly. Don't catch it. Don't spread it. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime News.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then news. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
Welcome back. You're watching CoreTV's Primetime News live from Lagos. For more on the news, you can visit us on any other social media platforms. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/CoreTV News. And on Twitter, that's CoreTV News NG. You get to watch our news and all our programs on YouTube. That's youtube.com/CoreTV. Leave a space and news. President Goodluck Jonathan has collected the presidential nomination form of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) ahead of his former declaration for re-election. And speaking shortly afterwards, he insisted that Nigerians would have no cause to regret giving him a second term in office if he wins on February 14, 2015. He was accompanied by Vice President Ahmad Sambo and other government officials to the party secretariat. Pel Samuel reports.
President Jonathan arrived the party secretariat at about 2:25 p.m. to pick his nomination form, accompanied by government officials and personal aides. PDP leaders who had been eagerly waiting his arrival say he deserved a second term based on his achievements.
History has been made. This is a very, very humble personality. A personality well loved by Nigerians. That the party PDP is very proud of, and it has found in him somebody who would easily get all it requires from the government by the grace of God.
Echoing a similar sentiment, party chairman Adamu Mwazu is confident that no other candidate can match President Jonathan's qualities. And amidst chants and praises, the forms were handed over to the president.
Rami.
President Jonathan later told journalists that Nigerians won't regret giving him a second term in office.
We have set up the structures properly and we'll never go back. We'll continue to move forward. Our agri-transformation program is very clear. We promise Nigerians that we'll work harder, we'll move faster, and definitely we'll move to a level where our children and our grandchildren will be happy and be proud of our country.
And now that the president's re-election bid is formal, party stalwarts say he is the man to beat next year.
And I think this is historic. This is the first time we have seen this kind of gesture from any sitting president, despite his tight schedule. It shows clearly that he has respect for the party, he has respect for democracy, and he's a man that personifies humility. It's a great day for us in PDP. In spite of what people are saying, our job is to focus on good governance and deliver transformation to Nigeria. We are not going to be deterred by what the propagandists are doing.
Having earlier adopted Jonathan as sole presidential candidate, PDP is keen on shutting its doors to any aspirants and has stopped the sale of nomination form. At last, President Goodluck Jonathan has picked his presidential nomination form to contest for the presidential election in 2015. But for who emerges as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it's only Nigerians that can determine at the polls in 2015. Pius Samuel, CoreTV News, Abuja.
The People's Democratic Party has again failed to hand over the presidential nomination forms to Abdul Tafawa Balewa. This is the third time the man aspiring to challenge President Jonathan for the party's ticket would be denied the necessary forms. He later told newsmen at the PDP secretariat that he doesn't understand the games being played by the party leaders.
No, I didn't come to buy a form. I've already paid for the form maybe 3 or 4 days ago. And I was told to come back yesterday that the form was not ready because only one was printed. But by yesterday, they will have other forms. It wasn't so. I came back today. Now I went to the financial secretary, who saw me for 1 minute, asked me to go sit somewhere. He will talk to the treasurer, and he has since locked himself in because he just didn't know what to do. I don't want to get anybody into trouble. I went to the treasurer's office, and I was told now that there's a new directive that it has to be approved by the chairman. Why the rules are changing on a daily basis, only God can tell. But I have paid for my form. I am going to get my form, and by God, I will.
However, the National Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party has extended the sale of nomination forms for all elective posts to by 1 week. The party was to have stopped selling forms on Thursday, October 30, but a new deadline date of November 6 has now been announced. Party spokesman Olisa Metu said the decision was taken by the National Working Council. He, however, did not explain why the party leaders decided to shift the deadline for the sales of nomination form. Kano State Governor and presidential aspirant of the All Progressives Congress, Rabiu Kwankwaso, has collected the party's nomination form. But unlike two other aspirants who had picked their forms earlier, Governor Kwankwaso did not show up at the APC Secretariat with a bank draft or check. Party officials confirmed that payment was made through electronic fund transfer. The aspirant said the nomination fee was contributed by his associates, who are also prepared to fund his political campaign.
Also arrived the party secretariat in a bus, accompanied by associates and supporters. He was promptly ushered into the conference room where a crowd of supporters with the trademark red Kwankwaso cap were waiting. Soon, party leaders turned up to receive yet another presidential aspirant, but unlike the others, no member of his delegation had bank draft or check on them. The nomination fee had been wired into APC account, and so the form was handed to the third presidential aspirant. The governor disclosed that the 27.5 million naira came from donations from his associates, who are also prepared to fund the campaign.
So I want to thank all those who initiated. That is what I can call a pleasant surprise, that people have decided on their own without consulting me or even taking permission from me, thought that they have some money to support this contest. So I thank you very much, and I know many more people would have contributed. So even for that, I want to thank them and assure them that we'll do whatever it takes to win, for our party to win the election of 2015.
He also assured APC leaders of his readiness to accept the outcome of the forthcoming primaries, even if he loses out.
As far as we are concerned, the four of us who have so far shown interest have agreed to work together as a family. This aspiration, and I'm sure even aspirations of other aspirants, is not a matter of do or die in this party.
In his response, the party chairman described Kwankwaso as a loyal party man. He also explained the rationale for APC's mini convention, where some sections of the party constitution were amended.
We are glad. I mean, it's nice to be appreciated, and your appreciation will be conveyed to all the members of the committee who are not here today. What you have done is to encourage us to even work harder because of the determination of this party to ensure change in this nation. We amended our
Constitution yesterday to make it possible for any deserving son or daughter of this nation to come into our party today and be eligible tomorrow to aspire for any office.
And now that Governor Kwankwaso has picked the nomination form, he has formally joined two veterans of presidential elections in the race for APC's ticket. But with two other aspirants yet to formalize their interest, it is certain that the opposition party will sooner than later make more money from selling forms to presidential aspirants.
Another Nigerian group, the Arewa People's Grand Coalition, has endorsed Imo State Governor Rochas Okorocha as its preferred candidate for the 2015 presidential election. The group says it is rejecting the candidature of General Muhammadu Buhari on the grounds of fairness, justice and equity. One of its leaders, Kabir Ibrahim, told newsmen on Thursday in Kaduna that a number of northerners see Governor Okorocha as a detribalized and concerned Nigerian who can be trusted to deliver. The group, which claims to have members in all 19 northern states, including Federal Capital Territory, said the resolve to back Okorocha is because of his efforts in uplifting the standard of education of the less privileged in the north and other parts of the country. And still on the APC presidential aspiration, supporters of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar have hailed the decision of the national leadership of the All Progressives Congress to opt for modified direct primaries to produce its presidential candidate. The Turaki Vanguard, a political support group for the presidential ambition of the former Vice President, said in a statement that the move is a victory for democracy. The group added that APC has, through that decision, boosted its democratic credentials and credibility. Turaki Vanguard also advised all other APC members to mobilize their supporters behind a move it insists will strengthen the opposition. Away from that, the Alliance for Democracy AD has opened its new party secretariat in Lagos with a promise from the national chairman of the party, Mojisola Akifenwa, that the party is poised for a comeback to the governance of the state. Oluwaseyi Adegoke, who was at the opening, filed in the support.
Chairman of Alliance for Democracy AD, in the name of Almighty Father, I call this state to the glory of God and to the use of the party and the nation in the name of God.
The official opening of the party secretariat was an opportunity for party faithful from far and near to come together to show that the party is indeed back. Speaking at the occasion, National Chairman of the party, Mojisola Akifenwa, says the Alliance for Democracy is ready for a comeback to the governance of Lagos State.
Today, by the grace of God, what I would like to refer to as the confirmation service and ceremony of AD is taking place right here and right now at our state party secretariat in the heart of Lagos. I repeat, in the heart of Lagos, from where the plot to destroy and kill AD was planned and executed.
State Party Chairman Kola Ajayi says Alliance for Democracy is a party that cannot die.
AD is alive and well and ready to take back the government of Lagos and bring back the fear of God and fairness to all the rich and poor into governance. In fact, those who want AD dead are now struggling to keep their family party together because of the well-known policy of opposition by personal owner of the party.
A governorship aspirant of the party, Bolaji Ogunsheye, says the party is ready for the Lagos governorship election.
Governance in the interest of the majority. If you want to find out what is the unique selling point, what is the distinct quality and character of the government that is coming under AD in Lagos, it is that we will rule in the interest of the majority.
Though the party has started on the brink of collapse for some time, while many even see it as a proxy party, but its national chairman and faithfuls say it is back for good. Lagosians will be the judge of this tough talk. Oluwaseyi Adegoke, CoreTV News, Lagos.
The National Conscience Party NCP says the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission has behaved illegally and with impunity, while also berating the Lagos State government for what it termed its anti-people policy. The party says it is illegal and unconstitutional for LASIG to postpone the conduct of democratic elections into the local government councils in Lagos State.
Local government election is due end of October for the past 3 years. What has he been doing? Has he just been drinking tea in his office? If it's APC, if it's PDP now, they will take PDP to the slaughter slab. So we will take that. We are demanding that the election is unacceptable, it's unconstitutional. Caretaker committee, coup d'etat, solar censorship is unacceptable. They must. We are going heading to court to demand for another of mandamus that they must conduct election in Lagos State. If they win the case, good enough. If they don't, want to contest whether this is right. They can't just be fooling all of us all the time. Enough of this shenanigans by Lagos State. Enough of all this impunity. Because they are very quick to point out impunity against the federal. Theirs is worse. What does it take them to conduct a local government election? Let Fashola tell me, what is his problem?
Away from there now to Osun State, where the Election Petition Tribunal hearing the petition of the People's Democratic Party and its candidate in the August 9th governorship election challenging the victory of Rauf Aregbesola of the All Progressives Congress has resumed seating amidst tight security in Osogbo. Rashid, who was at the hearing, filed in the report.
As a measure against an invasion of the court witnessed in Ado-Ekiti a few weeks back, the venue of the tribunal sitting in Osogbo was characterized by heavy security presence. While delivering her speech, the newly constituted panel chairman, Elizabeth Ibejime, solicited the cooperation of all stakeholders and admonished the press not to sensationalize issues. Counsel to petitioners and respondents, while arguing the case, agreed that an earlier application brought forward by counsel to the petitioner, Iyola Omishiri, praying the tribunal to grant Omishiri the right to inspect INEC materials with or without the respondents be set aside, having been overtaken by events.
Given an order that parties should be allowed to inspect the electoral materials used for the election. So somehow along the line there were some problems, but that problem has been solved, so there was no basis of continuing with that motion. And the court said the order still remains, and then INEC said we are ready to cooperate with you to allow you access to the electoral material, so there was no basis for that motion, and that was how it was struck out.
But the only ruling they gave had to do with motions which were withdrawn because they are no longer necessary.
On the issue of competence of the tribunal and its jurisdiction over the petition, PDP counsel prayed the court to treat the matter alongside the substantive petition, while counsel to the APC says the issue are different and should be treated accordingly.
There are some procedural errors that affected the jurisdiction or competency of the petition, and then we said by the new act we're supposed to the tribunal can hear all of them together because of the time, so that they can decide them at the end of the day, both the objection and then the substantive petition.
Ruling in respect of how to proceed, you see, forward in this matter. In other words, how do we hear these applications? Do we hear them now or adjourn them till later?
We made that point very clear. We have made a point that, look, the issue of competence is jurisdictional matter, and that the tribunal should take it. The other side has argued that, no, let us take it together with the hearing.
The councils, however, expressed optimism of a well-secured and conducted tribunal, with Rotimi Akeredolu comparing it to what he says is the Ekiti experience.
What is important here is that we have come out and there is freedom. We are not under any security threat here. The tribunal, they are composed of gentlemen too, but the problem in Ekiti was the incursion of the venue by motor-power touts and thugs. That's what was the problem in Ekiti, not the tribunal.
The panel, which has Elizabeth Ibejime as chairman with Vincent Ofesi and Aye Kotigi as members, however, differs its ruling on the subject of jurisdiction and competence till the 3rd of November 2014. Rashid, CoreTV News, Oshogbo.
Adamawa State is our next point of call, where Governor Bala Ngilari now says the security situation in the state has elicited concern. He called for understanding from the people of the state, adding that the government is doing all in its power to control the situation.
I appeal to our people for understanding and to say that the matter of security is everybody's concern, not only for government. It is our collective responsibility. So we should be up and doing. We should be our brothers, keepers. Any information that would assist the security operatives to stem this insecurity should be passed on to the necessary authorities.
Ngilari added that arrangements have already been put in place to take care of the needs of the affected persons.
Of course, we have some material in our stores right now, and we will have to ask for more. We will have to seek assistance, collaborate assistance with the security agencies and those who are in charge of this to ensure the so-called reaches these people as soon as possible.
Meanwhile, stakeholders from Mubi area addressed journalists on the security situation, stating that Boko Haram insurgents have now taken over strategic places in the once vibrant commercial city. And they also called for urgent steps in assisting those who fled to neighboring Cameroon Republic. We'll bring you details of that story subsequently, but still in Adamawa State, the government has released about 100 buses to Maha local government to convey fleeing residents to Yola, the state capital. Hundreds of people fleeing recent attacks by Boko Haram on Mubi and surrounding villages are said to be walking on foot to Yola. The General Manager at Adamawa Transport Company, Abdullahi Mai, and the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Transport, Abubakar Babakano, say the government will do everything possible to safely convey fleeing residents to the state capital.
For their safety and maybe security and the rest. And that's why the state government is making frantic effort to ensure that all those that are in problem, the problem is being alleviated.
To see that it has alleviated the suffering of those who are trekking. That is why it has organized these vehicles to go to Maha and convey those people who want to come to Yola. The security are being arranged to be part of us so that they will accompany the convoy to convey the people back to Yola.
You're watching CoreTV's Primetime News. We'll take another break and we'll be back with business and other stories. Don't go away.
There is an Ebola virus epidemic in some West African countries. The Nigerian government wants you to be aware and watch out against the spread of Ebola in your community. Help keep our country safe and watch out for severe cases of fever, headaches, diarrhea, chest and abdominal pain, sore throat, cough, red eyes, and bleeding from the eyes, ears, and nose, especially when these symptoms are found in persons coming into Nigeria from other West African countries. Protect yourself. Wash your hands regularly with soap and running water, or use a hand sanitizer. Avoid contact with the blood, urine, feces, or saliva of animals like bats, monkeys, gorillas, chimpanzees, or infected persons. The Ebola virus is deadly. Don't catch it. Don't spread it. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website, www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime News.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then news. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
Welcome back. In our business, the board of directors of Royal Dutch Shell on Thursday announced the appointment of Charles Holliday as its new chairman. Holliday succeeds Joma Olila, and his appointment takes immediate effect from the conclusion of the 2015 annual general meeting. He is also currently chairman of the Corporate and Social Responsibility Committee and member of the Remuneration Committee. He was Chief Executive Officer of DuPont from 1998 to 2009. A member of the Board of Directors of Bank of America Corporation, had previously served as chairman up until September 2014 and is also a director of Dare and Company. And yet to prepare 2015 state budget, Governor of Ogun State, Ibikule Amosun, says the state targets an average of 10 billion naira by next year by increasing the internally generated revenue. Speaking at the meeting, Amos noted that the about to prepare 2015 state budget would focus more on industrial and financial planning that tend to raise the revenue to states' coffers and create more avenues for investors and entrepreneurs to thrive in the face of dwindling allocation from the Federation account. However, only Ogun and Lagos states that now generate revenue exceeding the allocation from the Federation account. The 2014 World Bank report on doing business in Nigeria, which listed Ogun as one of the 5 most improved states in Nigeria, was a significant progress compared to the organization's report of 2008 and 2010 that ranked the state as one of the lowest performers in the country. And now let's quickly find some updates on the market report today, as equity transactions on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange on Thursday ended on a negative note. The all-share index dipped by 0.44% to close at 37,979.99 basis points. Market capitalization decreased and closes in the same manner at 12.57 trillion naira. In all, a total of 747.9 million shares valued at 5.8 billion naira were exchanged in 3,817 deals. Report shows that Nigerian breweries topped the gainers chart, followed by Stanbic, Better Glass International Breweries, and ETI. On the downside, 7-Up topped the losers chart, followed by WAPCO, Unilever, CAP, and PZ. Meanwhile, here are the top 5 trades. Sports stories. A court case against the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) was on Thursday struck out at the Federal High Court in Jos in time to beat Friday's deadline given by FIFA, who have warned that they will ban the country if that was not done. Justice Ambrose Alagoa said the case against the NFF has been struck out after the plaintiffs withdrew it. Lead counsel to the plaintiffs, Abila Adzad, said as a result of the plea from so many well-meaning Nigerians and in the national interest, his clients have discontinued with the case. A lawyer representing the NFF, Joshua Nodia, further confirmed that the plaintiffs have withdrawn the case. Last week, the Federal High Court in Jos gave a ruling setting aside the FIFA-ordered elections of 30th September 2014 into the NFF Executive Committee. A returning Super Eagles coach Stephen Keshi has thanked President Goodluck Jonathan ahead of his imminent return as Super Eagles coach, but he said he has not yet been officially informed. Consequent to the meeting held on Wednesday with President Jonathan by Giwa and Pinnick factions, it was agreed that Keshi be returned to continue with the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. The returning Eagles gaffer Keshi expresses gratitude to President Goodluck Jonathan ahead of his return to the helm of the Super Eagles technical bench. The big boss also says he's still thinking about whether to come back or not, but admitted it will be difficult to turn down Nigeria and even the president. The 52-year-old also added that the team needs peace to concentrate on the next games. To end CoreTV Primetime News tonight, a quick recap of our top stories. We told you that the police has withdrawn security details attached to Speaker Aminu Tambuwal. President Goodluck Jonathan has picked the PDP nomination form, promised to do better if voted into office for a second term. Meanwhile, PDP has denied Abdul Jalil Tafawa Balewa nomination form. Wraps it tonight on CoreTV's Primetime News. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. Thanks for watching.